Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be checking out the Gauss Minigun, an absolute powerhouse in Fallout 76. So let's crack on with it. So let's talk about where to acquire the Gauss Minigun. The Gauss Minigun can be acquired, at least the recipe, from two different locations, that being Mortimer or Minerva. Now with Mortimer, you're going to have to complete the main Wasteland questline and then also have the ally reputation status with raiders, or you can wait for Minerva to have it in her rotation. If you go the Minerva route, it will be 563 gold bullions, which is obviously a lot cheaper than the 750 gold bullions from Mortimer. But if you want to go to Mortimer and you have the prerequisites, let me show you exactly where to find it. So if you go up to the crater, which here is Vault 76, and it's sort of north and to the right, so east, and we're going to find the crater right here. So when you fast travel, make sure you fast travel to the crater core. Once you're in the crater core, you're going to pop out pretty much where I'm at right here, and we're going to run forward, take a left, and there he is. Now we're going to have a quick look at some of the modifications for the Gauss Minigun. Now the Gauss Minigun, for one, doesn't have many modifications, but on top of that, it actually, I don't have all of the modifications because the route that I did to actually acquire this weapon is through Minerva. I don't actually have the allied reputation with raiders, and mainly just because, in my opinion, the grind for reputation is pretty long and tedious, and I get pretty bored pretty quickly. So with that all out the way, I can at least show you guys some of the stuff that I have. So we have a tri-barrel on here, which looks really cool, but you do lose some range and some VAT accuracy. You also take longer to draw your weapon out. You got longer aim speed. Your hip fire accuracy is a little bit less, as well as your sighted accuracy being less as well, but you do get that fire rate coming out. I've chosen the standard barrel, but we can test this out if you guys want. We will actually, yeah, you know what, we might have a little peek. I just think it looks cool. It's the only reason why I would put that on there. I have some of the paints here. I'm missing one, I believe, which is the poker looking one. I think there is one for this. So I've gone with the clandestine paint. It gives it that nice clean look compared to the default look. And to be honest, I really, really like it. Next, we have the capacitor. We have no capacitor, which you can see here gives me extra damage, extra capacity, extra VAT accuracy, AP cost is cheaper, and the weight. But then here we have the Tesla coil capacity, which gives me that quicker reload speed, as well as just reload speed, really. That was the only reason I put it on there. But we might just put this back on. This was pre everything, to be honest. I haven't touched this weapon since all the changes. Next we have the Tesla coil dynamo. And this basically lets you lose a little bit of damage, you lose a little bit of that energy damage as well, but you gain a huge amount of magazine capacity on there. You also actually get a better VAT accuracy. The AP cost is the same, but the weight is a little bit less than the Tesla coil capacitor. I might actually slap this on, mainly just due to the changes to heavy guns. I think having more capacity inherently is better. It gives you a little bit more uptime or more maximum damage with your stacks. Next we have the gunner sight. There is no sight, or you can have a gunner sight, so really up to you there. Having the gunner sight gives you that +1 magnification, but 10% extra draw speed, but you also get that 15% aim speed, as well as 15% sighted accuracy, which is the main part I'm looking for here, is to really hone in on that accuracy. And the reason I say that is because the Gauss Minigun actually has one of the best, if not the best, accuracy out of any heavy weapon. Maybe the plasma caster, but this thing absolutely fires like a beam, and you'll see that when we go test it out here shortly. So if you did not know, the ammo for a Gauss is these 2mm electromagnetic cartridges. These are going to require some copper, some lead, and some steel. They're not exactly the cheapest ammo to craft, but you will make some of that ammo back, especially with a gun like this, or even the sniper, or even the pistol. You'll be able to generate this ammo fairly easily, so you shouldn't really have to craft it if you're set up correctly. So our first stop today is West Tech, and we're going to be testing out the weapon here today. Now, I've done a video, I believe, on the Gauss Minigun before, but I'm going to show you guys what I mean by the accuracy and the recoil. Pretty much non-existent. I mean, there's a little bloom there and a little bit of recoil up and to the right, but it's pretty beamy in my humble opinion, with a little bit of management. Now, another thing here is the feature that the Gauss Minigun has got now to sort of bring it in line with the other Gauss weapon systems, and that is a charge up feature. So the sniper can charge up for big damage, the pistol same thing, and the shotgun the same thing. Obviously that's quite difficult with the automatic style weapon, so what the Bethesda devs have done is the more you fire, the more you'll build up this bar, and you can see that bar above my AP bar, and you're going to see it charging up as I'm firing, and the higher that bar goes, the more damage you do. You couple that with the new cards. Now, don't judge me about my build. This is just something I whipped together really quickly to get this done. Let us see here. Like Bulletstorm, gain 9% damage per 30 ammo spent. This used to be 50 ammo actually. Up to a maximum of 10 stacks. Then we also have Lock and Loaded, which is to keep half of your Bulletstorm stacks when you reload, plus 1% reload speed per stack. So we're going to be able to stack and stack and stack and stack and stack. And when we reload, we'll only lose half of those stacks. So we're going to be getting damage from Bulletstorm, as well as ramping up damage from the gun itself. And what that really means is just a lot of damage. Plus you put Explosive on there with Demolition Expert. Oh my god. It's carnage in here. The flipping sci-fi Rambo. Oh, this what is so fun. It's pretty OP, but it's fun OP. But it's OP. Let's just be honest here. Hello? Now, obviously that wind up, I have tried to get down a little bit. That, you know what I mean? There's a little bit of a wind up before you can fire with some of the heavy guns, which is something that I always try to get away with. That's why I really loved the LMG. But a little thing you can do is you can kind of do this trick where you hold your mouse button down just before you fire, so you're sort of trying to keep like the gun ready to fire as quickly as possible. The only thing about that is it's quite annoying, and we're not going to do that on video. Just look at that. Absolutely. Now remember, you can do, oh my gosh, what's going on here? You can do a significant amount more damage than I am doing here. I really only have my basic foods on, which is the stuff that I grow in my own garden, being, you know, corn soup and potato stuff and all that sort of basic stuff. And that's about it, really. You can significantly increase the capabilities of this weapon. Hello. But you can just see how this thing is absolutely shredding through the competition. We're also trying to get our stacks up here. I can hear something running around. Ooh, legendary. Hello there. Now I'm going to change something in my build really quickly. I think I forgot a card. I actually have two heavy builds, so this one I actually had to set up for the video. So one moment while I change one of the things in my build here. All right, we're back. I was missing out a card that actually doubles my Bulletstorm stacks to 20 instead of 10, which I obviously wanted. I had to try and balance out some stuff. The problem I'm having here is my weight, so I have to try and put in cards to get some weight going so I can actually run around with this build. I haven't used this build in a very, very long time. And really what's going on here is I just need to sort of finesse it and fix it up. It was just something I whipped up really quickly with the new cars and stuff. Just run and gun and yes, hello. So here's no vats. You can get that sort of accuracy and stuff down a little bit more if you were in power armor, but you're going to be losing out on your unyielding bonuses. And this is bloodied, actually. We do have a bloodied variant here, so I won't be having my bloodied damage as well. Now, is bloodied the best to use? Debatable, but it's what I have and it's what I'm going to use, and bloodied isn't bad in any way, shape, or form. It's actually very good. So it's what I know there's one more around somewhere, but I'll let him probably jump scare me, and I'm gonna go over here. One thing you're gonna realize is you're not sneaky with this weapon, so why even bother, right? I don't know where those bullets, when I switched over, the bullets were like firing over here somewhere. Legendary, I like that. Just absolutely, with the fire rate, the damage, the everything, it's just ridiculous. And you can obviously get way more damage out of this thing than what I'm pumping out here. We will test it out on something fairly tanky, the Mirelurk Queen. One thing I do like is it does have explosive damage to it as well, and I'm not dying to that, which normally is how I die on these tests, is to myself, really, isn't it? So it's nice to run through here and not, you know, blast myself for once. Absolutely. It just feels lovely. It really does. Now, we're gonna go check out the Mirelurk Queen and maybe some ghouls. Actually, let's go check out some ghouls, see what it's like getting overwhelmed, and then we'll check out the Mirelurk Queen. So really quickly, we're going to be running through this. My audio from my microphone actually bugged out, so this is going to be a post commentary, and I'm going to be doing this for a couple of pieces here. And I'm just trying to get basically a group of them coming at me, but it's not really happening, so I'm debating just cutting this short. Nothing really to show except the fact that this thing absolutely obliterates ghouls, as you can see here. But I think we should just go and go straight over to the Mirelurk Queen, just to save a bit of time here. All right, so here it is, the Mirelurk Queen, and it wasn't as fast as I was hoping it would be, but there is a little caveat here. What I should have done is actually built my stacks up for my heavy weapon and then gone and fought it. So this is from pretty much no stacks, and I'm just going to let it rip. I'm going to get that whatever that thing is that shoots you out of the way so it's not shooting me and practically one-shotting me, the spout or whatever it is. And here we're just going to let rip. And I think I do have an anti-armor. I think I would have potentially done better with the anti-armor. But yeah, that was with the bloodied there. I mean, it wasn't too bad. And the final one is a raid. I am in this raid solo. I think I only pop one chem to boost my damage, really, but that's about it. But this is me charging up. And this is what I said I probably should have done with the Mirelurk Queen, is you can sit here if you have a ton of ammo, that you can sit here and you can charge up your stacks before you go in. So I'm going to charge up to 20, reload. I'm going to have 10 full with a full mag, and we're going to start off with that. So here it is, a raid. And I think I've only got one video of me really doing a raid here. But this is a solo raid with the power of the Gauss Mini, and just to show how strong this thing is. I'm gonna have the volume of the game turned down quite a bit, just due to the sheer fact that the explosions are immensely loud during this. My ears were bleeding. I don't know why it's gonna be so loud, but here we are. So you can see here now that the shield's down, I'm charging up, And I built up another 3 stacks during that, and we can see the damage here of what we're doing to this bot, and it is just absolutely disgusting. I don't know why I am fluctuating. My damage is fluctuating there. We're going from like 1.1 to 800 or whatever. I'm not sure what's going on there. It's like I gotta hit a certain point, but it's really hard to tell where that spot is sometimes because of all the explosions. But you can see there we with the first sort of stage, phase, whatever you want to call it, we got up to about almost half damage there. So here we're just going to continue the same thing here. Pop a few stims, keep myself alive, and just let Ricochet do its thing, really. Ricochet's kind of busted for this, but everything gets the job done. So I will be firing short intervals here and there. You can see I've got full 20 stacks here, and there's something I'm going to show you here that really helped me clear this a lot quicker. So I'm about to run out of ammo, and what I think happens, yeah, look at this. Look how much damage we're doing here. Absolutely insane. You can see my ammo ran out, and we just, boom. I've got a card that allows me to potentially, I forgot, it's a really low chance to instantly reload the ammo, but when you're fighting this boss and that ticks over, you're getting full 20 stacks, and I've got 600 ammo fully stacked. Is insane. When that card procs, I will get the card on screen for you, but it's crazy. It's literally crazy, and it really helps clear this if it procs. Now obviously there could be something better, but it is oddly satisfying when you see your ammo hit 0 and then boom, there's another 600, and you just hold down that left click and you just don't let up. Yeah, I chose to reload here. I didn't want to gamble. I just wanted to make sure that I'm fully loaded and I didn't have to reload when the shield is down. So just to make sure, just to guarantee I don't have to do another phase. I'm sure I would have been able to do it, but just to make sure, I reloaded there. And we're slowly building up our stacks without trying to burn too much ammo before the shield goes down. And here it is, the final phase, and that's the boss. You can definitely do this a little bit faster than I am doing. I'm not fully optimized. This build is not fully optimized, but it definitely got the job done here. And that's going to conclude this video. I hope you guys found it informative, and I hope to help you guys out. The Gauss Minigun is an absolute powerhouse in Fallout 76 right now, and if you don't have it and you like your heavy guns, I highly recommend you try and get this gun ASAP. This thing has so many capabilities to it. It is a one gun do it all type situation here. You can carry raids, you can smash bosses, you can do some big DPS with this thing. It just does it all. So with that all out the way, cheers all for joining me, thanks all for watching, and I'm going to catch you all on the next one.